Я, гражданин Союза Советских Социалистических Республик, поступая на службу в органы внутренних дел, принимаю присягу и торжественно клянусь до конца оставаться преданным своему народу. Я клянусь добросовестно и беспрекословно выполнять все возложенные на меня обязанности, требования уставов и приказов. Если же я нарушу эту мою торжественную присягу, то пусть меня постигнет наказание по всей строгости советского закона.
Да, товарищ полковник, ну, я понимаю ситуацию, я извиняюсь. Да, я допустил ошибку. Да, это Дед Мороз, не Дядя Мороз. Но вы поймите, я здесь уже почти 20 лет. Даже сапер ошибается один раз. Так точно, понял. Исправлю. Так точно. Всего хорошего. Служу Советскому Союзу. До свидания. Oh, hi everybody and welcome back to the Ushanka Show. Just got a phone call from my superior from the KGB office in Moscow and got coached. Apparently I made a mistake in my previous video about New Year in Soviet Union. We don't call our Santa Claus Uncle Frost. We call him Grandpa Frost or Grandfather Frost. And this is the Grandfather Frost right here with his Snegurочка. So, you know, everybody makes mistakes, so I made a mistake and I want to apologize. And speaking of KGB, by the way, do you know what KGB stands for? Do you know what KGB is? You see, for me it was obvious that everybody knows what KGB is. It's a Комитет государственной безопасности, the Committee of the State Security, and that was the powerful organization that was pretty much like CIA and FBI combined in one. They worked spying on foreign countries, and at the same time they worked inside of the country, I wouldn't say spying on its citizens, but making sure they're not doing naughty stuff. And I thought everybody knows what KGB is, but this is, I guess, the way you realize you're getting old is when you meet people who have no clue. And this was a big surprise for me when the first time I met someone here in America who didn't know what KGB is. It's, you know, those moments when you like tell your kid that when you were a kid you had to walk towards TV to switch the channels. They give you this weird look like, I don't believe you. Or when I told my son that in Soviet Union we never had commercials on TV. And that was great. And he looked at me like, well, how did you know what to buy if you didn't have commercials? So those things happen, and this is what happened to me once about KGB, not actually once, several times. You see, at work, to be funny and to have a kind of cool nickname, I have a little sticker on my hard hat, it says Sergey KGB. Because, you know, it's better to make your own nickname before the nickname finds you. So people find it funny, they point at it, laugh, and one time I was working and we had a lady, young lady who used to work at our place. She was really cute. She didn't know much about what's going on at the plant, but she tried to learn. So she was taking some picture of stuff I was doing. It was the engineer, me and her. And as I said, she was a very nice lady, and we used to call her DSL at work, which probably I think was standing for Dear Sweet Lady. So she saw the Sergey KGB on my hard hat and she was like, what is KGB? And I couldn't believe that I had this question, because for me it was like, You know what CIA, you know what FBI is, you should know what KGB is. So I turned towards this young guy who was engineer and said, do you know what KGB is? Asking for help. And he looked at me like, no, I don't. So yes, this is the new reality, that Americans are not afraid of Russia.
First, you duck, and then you cover. And very tightly, you cover the back of your neck and your face. Duck and cover underneath a table or desk or anything else close by. In Betty's school, they are talking about the atomic bomb, too. Betty is asking her teacher, how can we tell when the atomic bomb may explode? And her teacher is explaining that there are two kinds of attack, with warning and without any warning. We think that most of the time we will be warned before the bomb explodes, so there will be time for us to get into our homes, schools, or some other safe place.
Soviet Union is gone. They're not afraid of KGB. The young generation even don't know what KGB is. And looking back, we had a quite silly looking leader of the USSR, Mr. Khrushchev, who knocked his shoe during the United Nations speech, and he managed to scare America like this.
А почему же этот халуй американского империализма выступает? Он затрагивает вопрос, если говорить, значит, он не процедурный вопрос затрагивает. И председатель, который симпатизирует колониальному господству, он не останавливает его. Разве это справедливо?
Now we got this tough president, Mr. Putin, who rides the horseless, shirtless, and does a lot of cool, dangerous stuff, but doesn't look like anybody is afraid of Russia anymore. What's going on? And also, there's quite an interesting story. It's kind of like a joke from way back in Soviet Union. I would like to share with you. So this is a story about a train. There's a couple of guys on a train, and in Russia, the train car, there'll be like separate compartments called coupe. So you have like 4 beds and the door that closes. So there's 4 guys, it's a long trip, and usually people start drinking vodka, and share jokes, anecdotes. So it's getting late, and one of the guys is getting a little tired, and he wants to go sleep, but these guys are just having a good time, and they talk stories, and all of this is like political jokes, which is, in Soviet Union you can get in trouble telling jokes about your leaders. So he decided to stop it, because he wanted to get some rest. But the guys just ignored him, so he went out his coupe, and he saw the lady who takes care, проводница, who takes care of the whole car. She cleans, she provides the tea or bedding. So she came and said, hey, there's 5 rubles. Do you mind to bring a tea in a coupe number 6 in about 5 minutes? She's like, sure, I can do that. So he came back in his coupe, and the guys that keep on telling political jokes, keep on laughing, keeping him awake. So he's like, guys, do you understand that KGB is everywhere? KGB listens to everything we say. They record everywhere, even on the trains. And they're like, yeah, you're funny. There's no way KGB can record or listen on the train cars. He's like, I'm telling you, well, check this out. So he goes to the light and unscrews the bulb and just knocks on that thing and says, excuse me, Comrade Major, do you mind to send a tea to the coupe number 5, please? Thank you. And he screwed the bulb back. Everybody's just having a good laugh out of it. In a couple of minutes, there is a knock on the door, and the lady brings the tea. So that kind of scared everybody. They're like, oh crap. So they stopped joking, everybody went to bed, shut the lights off, and this person was extremely happy, so he can finally get some sleep. In the morning he wakes up and he looks around coupe and everybody's gone. He's the only one in the coupe. He kind of surprised, so he goes out of coupe, finds this lady, проводница. She's like, excuse me, what happened? Where is all my companions? She's like, oh my goodness, you don't know? Train was stopped in the middle of the night and the KGB came in and they snatched those guys. He's like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, they came in, and by the way, Comrade Major said he really liked your joke. So this is a short story about KGB and Soviet Union. I hope you liked it. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Goodbye.